Hola, my friends. I hope you're all well and that you had a wonderful weekend and that you're feeling refreshed and excited for a new week. So, like Nick introduced this morning, this week on Instagram, we're speaking about resilience. So, what is resilience and why are we talking about it? So, resilience is your ability to cope with life's stresses. It's the ability to get knocked down and get back up. And more than that, it's your ability to heal, learn, and grow from the challenges that life sends you. And why is it important to think about resilience or to develop resilience? Well, if you want to create anything in your life, if you want to create a fulfilling relationship, or you want to create a successful business, or you want to, just have an enjoyable life, resilience is fundamental to that. Without resilience, you can't do any of that. Life will swallow you whole and you'll have quite a trying life and quite a painful life. So it's important to talk about resilience. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to develop more resilience for yourself. So resilience isn't something that you have or you don't have. It's something that you practice and you develop over time. And the ways that you can do this are the following. So one, you need to make a commitment to yourself to become resilient, right? Now, you might already be quite resilient, but we become, life sends us challenges. This is something that we can be absolutely certain about, that life is always going to send us challenges. And just when you think you're over one hurdle, life will send you something else, another opportunity for growth. So, your commitment to yourself is, how do you choose to look at these challenges? Are you going to look at them like, oh, life is hard? What kind of meaning are you going to give them? Life is hard. Life is, life sucks. Life is so unfair to me, but so, nice to everybody else. Or are you going to make a commitment to yourself that actually the challenges that life sends you, you choose to see them as opportunities for growth, opportunities for healing and learning, and opportunities to connect better with humanity in general. So the commitment is, like, for me, the way I understand the commitment is, my commitment to myself is that no matter what life throws at me, I will create something beautiful from it. I will find the grace in it. And so what does that mean? Does that mean you just power through, like, kind of no matter what life sends you? So if you're diagnosed with a terminal illness, or if you're, if you lose somebody very, very close to you, or, whatever kind of, life sends us these very, very hard situations, does that mean that I'm just going to power through? That takes me to my second tip. No, it doesn't mean that you just power through. In fact, if you just power through, what's going to happen is it's going to make you hard. It's going to make you rigid. And, something that's very hard and rigid is easier to break than something that is flexible and can sway and can move and bend. So you want to aim to be flexible, not hard and rigid. You want to aim to process. So how do you become more flexible as opposed to hard and rigid? You process your emotions. You acknowledge what is really happening. You acknowledge the situation. And if you're going through a tough situation, yes, there is an element of powering through, right? That is a part of resilience, but it's not the whole story. It's also acknowledging that what you're going through is tough. It's not allowing the situation to swallow you whole, like you go into a complete state. Maybe you'll go into a state for a couple of days or whatever, but it's about acknowledging and, giving yourself what you need in order to feel a bit better every day. Like, kind of, if you're experiencing grief, you don't just pretend you're not experiencing grief. You ask yourself, what will help me to raise my vibration just a little bit today? What will help me to raise my vibration just a little bit, the next day? And you just keep going like that. You keep building upon what's there. But you also just kind of acknowledge this is hard, and then you seek support for it, right? So if there are different kinds of support, and this takes me to my third tip. So develop your internal and your external support. So external support are things like your support network, the people around you, your family, your friends, your colleagues, your team at work, right? We are social beings. We are not made to exist alone. We need each other. So invest in these relationships, because the quality of your relationships is the quality of your life. But also don't expect your relationships to be responsible for your happiness. Other people are not responsible for your happiness. You are responsible for your happiness, and then you bring that energy to your relationships, right? And then that will create even better relationships. So that's where internal support comes in. So internal supports are things like mindset. How do you typically think about things? Do you tend to look at the glass half empty or half full? You have to make a choice to look at the glass half full or whatever, and keep practicing looking at it that way. So mindset, emotional regulation, emotional state, your physical health, these things are your internal support. So you need to be able to you need to be investing in both in order to develop your resilience. Now, what else did I want to tell you? I wanted to tell you that if you would like to develop more resilience, our lifestyle strategy sessions will guide you with this. Our clients develop unshakable trust in themselves and in the universe, because when you make a commitment to find grace in anything, you choose to trust the universe. You choose to say, I see everything as an opportunity, right? You choose, Tony Robbins would say, you choose to see it as not life happens to me, but life happens for me. So even the shitty situations are an opportunity for growth. They're an opportunity for learning. And the truth is, as you develop more resilience, you develop more compassion for other people, because if you are able to process these emotions in yourself, then you can actually tap into the emotions of others. It's a really, really beautiful thing. Resilience is core to everything, and it's what a life I choose is based on. And it's a life I choose, right? That means I am resilient. I don't allow life to swallow me. I don't allow life to knock me down. I work with life as a collaborator. I am grateful for life. I acknowledge that life is my greatest gift, my greatest blessing, and so I will contribute as much as I possibly can with my gifts. So yeah, if you would like to develop more resilience and you'd like guidance with this, we offer this with lifestyle strategy sessions. So just DM me for more info on sessions, because I'd be really happy to guide you through it and to match you with a strategist who is going to help you to absolutely kick ass.